What happened between Ben Affleck and James Gunn? Ben Affleck isn't interested in working with DC's new regime. Ben Affleck isn't interested in working with DC's new regime. DC Comics has been in force in entertainment for decades, and they've had numerous figures come and go, each of them leaving behind a legacy in their own right. Ben Affleck admirably played Batman in the DCU, and at one point, Affleck was supposed to get his own Batman movie, something that many DC fans still want to see. However, these fans are out of luck, as DC's new vision of the future is not exactly in line with what Affleck is interested in doing with The Dark Knight. Let's hear what Affleck had to say about directing a Batman film under DC's new leadership. Affleck spent years enduring the DCU as Batman and as a potential director. During his tumultuous time in the DCU, Ben Affleck was the man behind the cowl. His casting alone caused a wave of both support and backlash, and ultimately, he had the chance to play the Caped Crusader in films like Justice League and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. While speaking with The Hollywood Reporter, Affleck touched on his time with DC, even mentioning the Batman film that he was supposed to make. Said Affleck, "But I was going to direct a Batman, and Justice League made me go, I'm out. I never want to do any of this again. I'm not suited. That was the worst experience I've ever seen in a business that is full of shitty experiences. It broke my heart." The production issues of Justice League has been well documented, and Affleck had a particularly hard time. There was an idea of someone, Joss Whedon, coming in, like, "I'll rescue you and we'll do 60 days of shooting and I'll write a whole thing around what you have. I've got the secret." And it wasn't the secret. That was hard. And I started to drink too much. I was back at the hotel in London, it was either that or jump out the window. And I just thought, this isn't the life I want. My kids aren't here. I'm miserable, he continued. That was all part of the infamous DCU, which is now winding down, before Gunn's DCU takes its place. Ben Affleck isn't going to be working with James Gunn's new DCU. James Gunn's overseeing of the newly minted DCU has come with many question marks, including who will be hopping in the director's chair for the franchise's biggest project. Naturally, Ben Affleck was a name that immediately came to mind for many, given his history with DC, but Affleck offered a surprise response to potentially working with James Gunn. "I would not direct something for the James Gunn DC. Absolutely not. I have nothing against James Gunn. Nice guy, sure he's going to do a great job. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in the way they're doing that. I'm not interested in that," Affleck stated to The Hollywood Reporter. This is something that has to come as a bit of a surprise for some, as Gunn is breathing new life into DC's most beloved characters, and Affleck has been rumored to make his own Batman film for years now. However, Affleck didn't exactly have the smoothest sailing while being a mainstay in the DCEU. The DCEU's end is night, and the DCU is finally coming together. The Flash and Blue Beetle are the two films signifying the end of an era for DC. Those movies are capping off what could have been a Goliath of a franchise, but instead, they are putting to rest a series of films that never quite lived up to the hype, and that fell well short of the groundbreaking work that Marvel was doing in its first 3 phases. With Gunn taking over, the DCU is set to redirect things for the company's biggest villains and heroes. Chapter 1 of the franchise is titled Gods and Monsters, and it is going to be tapping into some incredible stories. Major films will include Superman, Legacy, Batman, The Brave and the Bold, and also feature a sequel to The Batman, which will function as an Elseworlds story. Gunn will also have a number of shows under this new banner, including Waller, Booster Gold, and Lanterns, which will easily become one of the most anticipated projects in the franchise. That's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.